Welcome students. You are watching the video lecture class of Udayanath Autonomous College of Science and Technology. I am Pratichi Das, lecturer in MCom Finance and Control. So today our topic is multilateral development banks. As we have studied about international finance, so different foreign exchange market and foreign exchange risk we have already discussed about the risk and exposure and how to overcome from that particular foreign exchange risk and exposure. So different financial intermediaries and development banks are playing very important and vital role in the foreign exchange market. So today we will discuss about the multilateral development banks who are playing a vital role in the foreign exchange market. So let's start about the topic. The Multilateral Development Bank is an international financial institution whose purpose is to provide financial assistance to developing countries, typically in the form of loans or grants, in order to encourage social and economic development. So, Multilateral Development Bank is an international financial institution. As we know, different financial institutions are there or financial institutions are in the country. They are providing different types of services to the customers or to the nation. So they are providing multilateral services to their customers. That for multilateral development banks are there in the foreign exchange market who are known as our international financial institution. That for different development banks are there who are providing multilateral services to the country, and they are playing very vital role in the international exchange market or international financial market. So multilateral development bank are international financial institution, and their purpose is to provide financial assistance to the developing country. So there are different types of countries are there. Some are developed countries and some are developing countries. Developing countries are needed different types of financial assistance. So the multilateral development banks are providing financial assistance to the developing countries. That for they are known as our international financial institutions, and their purpose is to provide assistance for the developing countries, and typically they are providing assistance to the developing country in form of loans or grants, and they are providing a lump sum amount of money to the countries, and they are providing different types of grants to the developing countries in order to encourage social and economical development. As the nation is a developing country, so it requires different types of development. So, for the purpose of social and economical development, or for encouraging the social and economical development, the Multilateral Development Bank as a financial institution, they are providing financial assistance to the developing countries. The World Bank, the European Investment Bank, the Asian Development Bank, the African Development Bank, the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development are only some of the best known of multilateral development banks. So there are different types of multilateral development banks in the international financial market. Some of those are our World Bank, European Investment Bank, Asian Development Bank, African Development Bank, and European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Unlike private financial institutions, the multilateral development banks benefit from a subsidized capital base and access to other subsidies, and are focused on development goals rather than on bumping up their shareholders' profit. So the private financial institutions are focusing on the shareholders, and their shareholders how to earn profit, how to benefit their shareholders with providing much and more amount of profit. And unlike private financial institution, the multilateral development banks benefit from a subsidized capital. That means how much amount of capital they are subsidized, the benefits are come from those for the multilateral development banks, and access to other subsidies, and they also access where other subsidies will provide to the multilateral banks and they will gain from that particular subsidies, and are focused on development goals. So they are focusing on different types of development activities and development goals. So basically the multilateral development banks are focused on different development goals rather than on bumping up their shareholders profit. So different types of shareholders are there, as this is a financial institution or multilateral development banks are financial institution. Some shareholders are holding their shares and providing money to the institution for stabilizing their capacity and economical stability in the market. But the multilateral development banks are not focusing on the bumping of shareholders profit, but also on development goals and activities for the purpose of economical and social development of the countries. As such, they often provide concessional assistance and grants for projects related to infrastructure, energy efficiency, small industries development, education, and environmental sustainability. So, as the multilateral development banks are focusing on different developmental activity of the countries or developing countries, so they are often provide concessional assistance and grants for the projects, and those projects are related to infrastructure, energy efficiency, small scale industries, education purpose, and environmental sustainability. About the shareholding structure of multilateral development banks. What is the shareholder structures? The multilateral development bank strength and lending capacity is to certain extent related to their shareholding structure. So the multilateral development banks lending capacity and their strength based on different shareholder structure, and the largest multilateral development bank, that is known as our World Bank, who is playing a largest development bank in the geography or in the globe. So that particular bank has 189 members, indicating that almost every country in the world holds a share in this institution. That means World Bank, all the member nations who are existing in the globe, almost 189 members are the shareholders of the World Bank, who is playing the role of largest multilateral development banks, and each and every country or almost every country are the shareholder of that particular institution known as our World Bank or International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Recently instituted new development bank has only 5 members. So recently that institution which was newly developed for a bank that have only 5 members, and member countries, the shareholders include both donor countries and borrowing countries. So the member countries are the shareholders of that particular bank, and they are including the donor countries and borrowing countries. That means the countries which are providing or lending money to the institution and the countries who are borrowing the money from that particular institution. However, on taking a closer look at the shareholding structure of bilateral development banks, it can be observed that despite their large number, there are certain groups of countries that hold the controlling stakes in many of these financial institutions. So, if we focus or look a closer eyes or take a closer look at the shareholding structure of multilateral development banks, it can be observed that despite their large number, there are certain groups of countries that holding the controlling stake in many of these financial. That means some common countries are there who are holding the shares and controlling the stakes in many financial institutions. According to the Overseas Development Institution, more than 60% of the voting shares of many multilateral development banks are concentrated among the 5 biggest shareholders. So, according to the Overseas Development Institution, if we focus on foreign development financial institution or the financial institution who are across the geographic boundary of the nation, so more than 60% of the voting shares of many multilateral development banks are concentrated among the 5 biggest shareholders. So those common 5 nations are the biggest shareholders of many multilateral overseas development banks, and from them Germany, Japan and USA are most often found. So from that 5 member countries, the three, that is Germany, Japan and USA, are the most often found countries who are holding the shares and voting rights of many multilateral development banks. Countries holding a sufficient shareholding have the right to block decisions with these institutions. As we know, the highest amount of shares, the shareholder has a voting power. So every shareholders have the voting right to take decisions in the organization or giving their voting according to the decisions of that particular organization. As these 3 nations are covering maximum amount of shares, or they are holding maximum amount of shares, and they have maximum numbers of rights or shareholding rights, so they have the right to block decisions within that multilateral development banks or within that institutions. What kind of assistance do multilateral development banks provide? The multilateral development banks provide assistance for investment projects and policy based loans. That means multilateral development banks are providing different types of financial assistance for the investment project and policy based loans. So project loans include large scale infrastructure projects as well as social projects including healthcare, environmental and educational initiatives. So policy based loans provide governments with financing in exchange for their commitment to carry through particular policy reforms such as the privatization of state owned companies or reforms in particular sectors or industries. So the two types of financial assistance are provided by multilateral development banks. One is they are providing assistance for the investment projects, another one is the policy based loans. So project loans or investment projects are based on large scale infrastructure project, social project, healthcare, environmental and education based. But policy based loans are provided by the government with financing in exchange for their commitment to carry through particular policy reforms such as the privatization of state owned companies. That means the government owned companies instead, when the ownership is changed to the private person or private owner, at that time the multilateral development banks are providing policy based loans and reforms in particular sectors and industry. If the institution want to reform or a particular sector wants to reform their industry, at that time the multilateral development banks are providing financial assistance. Do multilateral development banks provide financial assistance on professional condition? Yes and no. The middle income government, some low income government and private sector firms in developing countries can benefit from financing on market based terms, that is non-concessional assistance, typically in the form of loans. At the same time, the multilateral development banks also provide grants and loans at below market based terms to the government or low income countries. So the middle income government, low income government and the private sector firms in developing countries can benefit from different financing assistance on market based term. That means what the financial institutions are providing in the financial market, different types of financial institutions are providing different types of financial assistance in the developing countries. They are based on non-concessional assistance. But at the same time, the multilateral development banks are providing grants and loans to the below market based terms to the government or low income countries in a concessional assistance basis. Therefore, the multilateral development banks provide financial assistance in a preferential condition, and that is known as our concessional assistance. The largest multilateral banks like African Development Bank, Asian Development Bank, Inter-American Development Bank and World Bank provide loans primarily to the governments. Other provide credit facilities to commercial institutions who then offer lending to the local private sectors. So the largest multilateral banks, the African Development Bank, Asian Development Bank, Inter-American Development Bank and World Bank provide primary loan to the government, and they also provide credit facilities to the commercial institution who offer lending to the local private sectors. Types of multilateral banks. According to their geographical scope, the multilateral development banks operate as global or regional multilateral development banks. So according to the geographical basis, the multilateral development banks are two types. Those are known as our global or regional multilateral development banks. So global banks have a wide geographical scope across several regions such as the World Bank. That means different types of geographical scopes are provided to the global banks, and the global bank have a wide geographical scope across several regions. That means many regions are combined with a particular geographical area, such as the World Bank is providing a geographical scope with a wide version or with a wide range. Regional development banks cover one entire region, such as the geographical focus on Africa in the case of the African Development Bank. So, Global Development Bank and Regional Development Bank. Global Development Bank like World Bank, which is based on a global base or global worldwide. That means different regions are focused on the World Bank and they are connected with the World Bank. But regional development banks cover one entire region. That means a particular region as the geographical focus. That means if we focus on Africa, at that time the African Development Bank is called as our regional development bank, which is focused on a particular geographical area, that is Africa's geographical area. So global banks have a larger and more geographical dispersed membership than regional banks, as well as more substantial portfolios. So as the regional banks are providing or focusing on a particular geographical area, and the global banks are focusing on a worldwide basis, on a large basis, so that for the global banks have a larger and more geographical dispersed membership as comparison to the regional banks, and as well as more substantial portfolios as comparison to the regional banks. The multilateral banks can also be classified into two types according to their purpose. So previously we have discussed the multilateral development banks according to the geographic basis or geographic area basis. Those are known as our global multilateral development banks and regional multilateral development banks. Here we will discuss about according to their purpose. So according to the purpose, the multilateral banks are basically two types. The first type, such as the Inter-American Development Bank, includes the largest and best known institution that make loans and grants, often distinguishing between poorer borrowing members and wealthier non-borrowing members. So the first type of multilateral development bank is known as our Inter-American Development Bank, which include a largest and best known institution and providing the loans and grants and focusing on the poorer borrowing members and wealthier non-borrowing members. And the second type of multilateral development banks are formed by governments of low income countries that can then borrow collectively in order to secure more favorable rates, as our Caribbean Development Bank. So the second type multilateral banks focused on the government of low income countries and that can then borrow collectively in order to secure more favorable rates. So here we are discussing about the multilateral development banks, different types of multilateral banks who are particularly focused on the financial assistance to the developing countries. So thank you, keep watching.